there's when we live in America, as Americans, we tend to think, what faith tradition is most similar to ours. What's the first thing that we mostly assume is most like Judaism? Christianity. Being that we live in a Christian nation, we usually assume that Christianity is the faith that resembles Judaism the most, where in some ways that might not necessarily be so. In some ways, Islam resembles Judaism much more than Christianity, in certain ways. They have an oral tradition. They have discussion of Islamic law, details and specifics, and some of their laws are even similar to our laws. We know where they got them from, but the point is that the whole system of the construct of their religion and how they assess things resembles the way that Jews assess things as well. The great names, the pillars of their faith, the heroes of their religion are people that we all know. We know very well. In the Quran, you'll find Adam, you'll find Noah, Abraham, Ishmael, Lot, Joseph, Saul, David, Solomon, Elijah, Job, Jonah, and Moses. You find them all. Okay, they're all mentioned in the Quran, as are the stories of the fall of Adam and the flood and Sodom and Gomorrah. The Quran's account of creation, life in paradise, the question of what came first, heaven or earth, the objection of the angels in the creation of Adam, Adam's remarkable wisdom, Adam and Eve in the garden, Adam's universal lesson of repentance, all are clearly culled from Torah and our Midrashim. Likewise, all the stories about Israel's covenant with God and the travails in Egypt and the miracles of the Red Sea and the making of the golden calf and the pillar of the cloud and the manna and the quails and Moses hitting the rock and the objection to the taste of manna and the giving of the Torah by raising a mountain over the Jews' heads and the red heifer are all obvious adaptations from the entire spectrum of Jewish tradition. Yet they claim that we took it from them, obviously, 1,500 years later. You have to do some pretty creative mental gymnastics to claim that we copied you 1,500 years after all of it, whatever. So these 5 pillars that we discussed make up Islam for between 80 and 85% of worldwide Muslims. They're named Sunni Muslims.